What's up, everybody? I want to just do like a follow-up video and talk about some things that I've been thinking about and trying to figure out. And since yesterday, when I woke up and I seen Jimmy yesterday. I seen my brother yesterday. I seen him, and trying to make sense of it. I'm not sure exactly what had happened, but I'm trying to comprehend it all, which is kind of hard to do because I don't know how to describe some of the things that I've seen and witnessed and participated in. And I can't explain certain things about how can my mind manufacture something that I've never seen before. How could it manufacture the light like this light that was everywhere. This I can't even explain it. It was super intense, bright light that it wasn't sunlight. And it's not something that I've ever seen on Earth. It was just so bright and so light and so intense. There was like zero shadows, like everything was just lit up. And the energy, we were indoors in this big open space, and there was like corridors in this center section of this building or something. I think it was a building, and there was glass and there was light pouring in, but it wasn't sunlight. It was just like this intense, just light. It was so vivid, like I don't have the words. I can't even explain it because I can't compare it to anything I've ever seen here on Earth. I don't know where I was. I have no clue what I witnessed, but I witnessed something, and I don't know if I was taken somewhere. I didn't take any mushrooms. I didn't hallucinate. I didn't drop any acid. I didn't smoke any weed or drink anything, no alcohol. And I had been asking Jimmy, I've been asking my brother for a couple of months, listen, Jimmy, reach out to Anthony, reach out to Mom, reach out to Dad. Okay, reach out to them. Let them know you're okay. And, you know, I've been getting stories back from Jimmy's friends, some of his family members, about some different ways that they believe Jimmy has contacted them. Okay? I don't want to get into all that. I don't want to share all that. But people have said some stuff to me. And I asked my brother, don't worry about me. Take care of Mom and Dad and Anthony, okay? Reach out to them. Let them know you're okay, okay? I said, when you get a chance, there's no rush. Let me know too. Let me know, okay? Just let me know. And you know what? If I hear something from somebody else, Mom or Dad or Anthony, that's the same as coming from you. I'll know everything is okay. I'll know you're okay. And I already believe that you're okay. But I didn't know that you were coming for me. I didn't know you were coming for me. It was the most real thing that I've ever witnessed, I've ever seen. It was the most awareness that I have ever felt. So I don't understand how my mind, when I'm sleeping, could manufacture something that I've never seen before, manufacture feelings that I have never felt before, manufacture an awareness that I can't even comprehend. Everybody in the family was there. And I couldn't see everyone's face, but I heard your voices, or I felt the energy. Like literally everybody was there. And there could have been even more people there, like friends and that kind of thing. But there was immediate family was definitely in the vicinity because my father was there, my grandfather was there, my grandson, Vanessa and Sarah, and my sister Cheryl, and my aunts were there, and uncles and cousins and nephews and nieces. Everybody was there, like everybody was there. And it was like I was like taken, like, and shown something, but I was also participating in witnessing what was happening. Like this, I was there, like I felt like I was previewing something. Maybe I don't even know how to explain it, but it was so realistic. I cried 5 hours yesterday straight, and then several times yesterday, and a couple times today, just thinking about it, overfilled with like joy and love and just. And that was the biggest emotion that it just took everything over. That emotion, the emotion, love, it took over every second I was experiencing this. That love, that energy, it was like amplified beyond anything I could even possibly comprehend. And that feeling, and it was just, and Jimmy just carried it with him. When he entered into the room, it was the best version of Jimmy that I had ever seen. It was the best looking, the best feeling. And he didn't say a word. He didn't have to. He was just lit up. And he came in, and there was all this light. And there was this light behind Jimmy, like it was this gigantic ray, like it was just, but it wasn't sunlight. It was just all this light. But you could see everything in the room crystal clear. You could see everything. You weren't like blinded by the light. It was just super vivid, is the only word I can think of. And he walks right up to me, and Cheryl and Dad were like in the front somewhere. And I'm like, Jimbo! And he just was just smiling, and the way he walked, it wasn't like he walked with confidence. It was like he was like bringing love with him. Like it was, and he just, it overfilled the room instantly, like in a millisecond. Like he brought the room was filled with love before he got here. Before he got there, it was family and friends and my grandfather. I was talking to my grandfather and my grandson, and Dad was there, and Cheryl was there, and everybody was there, and we were gathering, and it was this room filled with love. It was just beyond anything I could even explain in words. But when Jimmy entered, it swept you away. I never felt anything like that in my life. Like I still feel it. Like I can still feel that energy. I mean, why am I so privileged? Why did he come for me, right? I don't know if I even deserve it, but I was there in the front of the room, and it just overtook us. Like it just overtook everything. He brought this love into the room, and when he passed through us, he walked through all of us. It swept you away. Like I can't even. It was the most intense feeling like I've ever felt in my life. And apparently my brain manufactured this feeling when I was sleeping. I don't think so. My brain manufactured the things that I seen. I don't think so. And I don't know how to make that up. I don't know how to manufacture whatever it is that I experienced. I don't know how to make that up. I seen him. And it was real. It was as real as anything I've ever experienced here on earth. That's all I can say. And he walked through that room and it overpowered everything. We all turned and just watched him walk through. And I heard your voices, Jimmy. And then I said it again, Jimbo. And it was just, after that, I just caved, like the tears, it just like a flood. Like I just was overtaken by love. And it was so intense that I woke up in my sleep just freaking crying. I didn't understand exactly what was going on. I didn't understand if I was awake, if I was still asleep. I didn't understand what was going on. He looked so good. He looked incredible. Like, Jimmy looked brand new. It's the best way I can say it, but it was even better than that. It was the best Jimmy I've ever seen. Like, ever. Like, it was the best version of Jimmy I had ever seen. And he just overswept the whole room. He just took us all away with him. And that's when I woke. And it's been with me ever since. So, I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know that for some reason, I was chosen or picked or selected, or I don't know I don't know, but all I know is I seen him and he's good. He's better than good. And I wouldn't worry so much about things that we fret about here on earth. It's all bullshit, to be honest with you. The things that we worry about and that we think are important, when the only thing that mattered in that moment when I was there with Jimmy, the only thing that mattered was that we loved each other. That was like everything else vanished. It like evaporated. It was like gone. Like everything was gone. It was the only thing. It was the only energy in that room. It was or wherever we were. It was the only energy that was in that space. It was the only thing that was in that space for all of us. It wasn't just I felt it and Jimmy brought it in. It was already there with us. It's the best way for me to explain it. So, I'll spend the rest of my days believing it was real, because it was real to me. And I don't really care what anybody thinks about me or says about me. Everybody already knows this in the family. I'm not afraid of whatever. I don't really care what people think, but I know what I think and I know what I know. And I seen something that I can't explain. I experienced something that I can't explain. And honestly, I think it was a miracle. Why me? I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense too. That makes no sense at all. But I feel honored and privileged and humbled that I got a chance to see Jimmy like that, because I never seen Jimmy like that ever. I've never seen my brother like that before. And I got a chance to see him. I got the chance to see him again. And it was the most powerful visit with my brother ever. Ever. So, I just think that I'm going to live life a little differently and tell people I love them a little bit more and express it, and, and let people know that I care about them, and let people know that I love them, and not have layers over my heart and protect my heart from harm from others and all this other nonsense I've done to myself over the years, not allowing people to love me. Because Jimmy didn't do that, and Jimmy didn't live like that. He was the exact opposite. He let people into his heart. And Frankie needs to do the same thing, you know. I spent 5 years, I'm ashamed, I spent 5 years of my life with someone that really loved me deeply. And this wonderful lady, who's no longer in my life, hasn't been in my life for many years, and she's hates my guts as far as I know. Not one time in 5 years did I tell her that I loved her. What a son of a bitch I have been to some people. Yes. But my brother, he's repaired me. He has repaired Frankie. He has fixed me. He's the mentor. Frankie's the student. Jimmy's the mentor. And I'm going to follow his lead because he taught me something yesterday too. He keeps teaching me. Every day he's not here, he's teaching me. But he also taught me when he was here, right here in front of me. He was teaching me brotherly love. I talked about this on July 12th. I talked about this. Romans 12:10. Love one another deeply as brothers and sisters. Be the best at showing respect to one another. So not only love one another as brothers and sisters, but actually compete against one another to show respect to each other. Being a brother to everyone. Yes, brotherly love, sisterly love. Because really, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. You know, I got a feeling if we follow the path, we're all going to end up in an amazing place. Maybe I saw a glimpse of it. I don't know what I saw, but I saw something that I didn't understand. And I'll tell you something right now. That space, wherever it was, whether it was just in my mind, which I don't think it was, because I don't understand how I could have manufactured that. But wherever I was, or whatever I saw, whatever I witnessed, but I was a participant in this experience, it was just pure love. It was all love. There was no other vibration or energy in that space during those moments. There was nothing else there but that. And that's going to be the focus of my life. And that's the way I want to live. And that's the way I want it to be. And I'm freaking happy. I'm going to school for the next 12 weeks. I'm excited. I am happy. And please, I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. There's people out there that they're concerned about me. Don't be concerned about me. Okay? When I cry, it's tears of joy. Okay? It's not sadness. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to wreck myself. I'm not going to damage my mind or my heart or my spirit at all. In fact, it's the other way around. I'm actually growing in mind, heart, and spirit. So please, do not worry about me. I read the Bible every morning, okay? I've got a lot of inner strength. And, you know, I'm being overtaken by emotion, so I'm like losing it. But it's not sadness at all. In fact, it's the opposite. So I'm going to close out and just going to tell you I love everyone, okay? And I'm going to make a serious effort to try and express it more and try and show it more. I'm going to do my very best at doing that every single day I got left here on earth. Okay? All right. We'll talk soon. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Okay. Bye.